So we are going to be opening the butterfly garden for editing. And we are going to start by adding an internal style sheet and some inline styles. So I'm going to go ahead and launch VS Code. Let me pull this over here for you. And I'm going to close what I've got open right now. And then I'll go to File and Open. Make sure it's looking at the right one. And I'm going to open up Butterfly Garden. Now to create the internal style sheet, that has to go between the opening and the closing head. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it right below title. Let me put in my closing style. Some of you are going to want to get in the habit of doing that because I did notice when I've been correcting that some of you are forgetting the closing. You've got like two opening instead of an opening and a closing. So you may want to get in the habit of just immediately putting that closing in. Okay, so we are going to change the body, which is basically the portion of the page that you see in a web page. And we're going to change the color to dark orange. And color, it refers to the color of the font. We're going to change the background color. Okay, and this refers to the color of the page itself. And I'm going to change it to Peach Puff. Here it is. I'll go ahead and select it, put my semicolon in. So you want to double check these to make sure that you've got the opening curly and the closing curly. You've got your property, a colon, and then you've got your value. Property, colon, value. After the values, make sure you've got semicolons. Now let's save this. And what we're going to do is take a look at this offline. So let me just pull this over here. And not where I want to be. I got way too many document folders. Go. Well, actually, you can kind of see it there, but I'm going to go ahead and open this with one of the browsers. I don't always want to use Chrome. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. So I'm just going to kind of move this out of our way. And then we're going to continue. So let me minimize that. Our next little task is going to be to add an inline style to the body tag. So the way these cascading styles work is that there's an external style sheet. Anything that is in an internal style sheet like this overrides the external. And anything that you put in an inline style overrides the internal and the external. And an inline style is a style that is inside an opening HTML tag. So we're going to find our body tag, our opening body. I'm going to do a little space. We're adding the style attribute. And I'm going to do two sets of double quotes here because what I'm going to type has to be inside the double quotes. So I've got style equals, and then I've got two sets of double quotes. In between, I'm going to now set the background color to linen. Okay, so I've got the opening double quote, background color, colon, linen, semicolon, and then double quotes. Now you might think, well, why didn't you just do it up there? Well, normally I would have, but I wanted to illustrate to you how inline styles work. So that is why we're doing it as an inline style. So we're going to go ahead and save our changes. And then let me pull up Opera again. And I'm going to reload this page, and you should notice the background color changes. And that is what linen looks like. Now, we're going to modify our style just a little bit. So instead of having a color of orange, we're going to change it to black. And we'll keep the peach puff. And then we're going to add summary. And we're also going to add H1. If you have multiple tags that you want to apply the same styling to, you just key in the selector name or the tag name, a comma, and then the other one that you want to apply the styling to. And there's really no limit. I could apply the styling to 10 of them if I wanted. I just need to put commas between. Now I still need my opening curly and my closing. And then I'm going to say color, colon, dark orange. Now let me save. And let's take a look at that page. Let's reload. And let's minimize. And so you should have seen the summary text change. Should have noticed that right away. And at this point, we're done modifying this for now. So if you want to close it, you can. And we're going to go ahead and open up 1950s trivia. And what we're going to be doing to this one is adding an inline style. You'll notice that we don't have any styles applied at this point. We're going to be adding an inline style to the H1 tag in the header. So let's find our H1 right here. I'm actually going to press enter before the H1 just to get it on a separate line now that I'm going to be adding. So right in my opening tag, right after the one, I'm going to do a space. And then I'm going to add style equals 2 sets of double quotes. And then in between, I'm going to put in my property, which is color, a colon, and dark goldenrod. See it right here. And remembering to put that semicolon in at the end. So basically, I'm changing the color of the title to dark goldenrod, which is a very dark yellow. And then I'm going to modify my HRs. Remember, those are the horizontal rule tags. They just put a little line across, it's like a little separator. I'm going to style these as well because they actually look a little better when they are styled. I'm going to add the style attribute here. 2 sets of double quotes. In between, I'm going to set the background color to dark goldenrod, semicolon. And then in order to see the color, we actually need to make the lines thicker. And you do that with the height property. So we're going to say height colon 4px for 4 pixels. And we're going to do the same thing to the other HR. So I'm just going to copy, highlight all of that, Control and the letter C. That will copy. Then I'm going to click down here, Control and the letter V as in Victor, and that will paste. Now let me save this, and we will take a look at this. Let's see, we will look at this one. Sometimes things don't look good in Safari, but I don't think we've done anything that it'll object to yet. So you can see how that looks so far. Okay, and at this point, you're going to probably want to keep both of those open in VS Code because we're not done making changes to either file. If you close the trivia one, it's fine. You just open it later.